Hello everyone. Hey guys. How are you doing today? Please excuse my cats. There's one. That's Marzipan. And Pippin is asleep. Right there. Okay, we're off to a good start. Everyone's here. My dog is underneath my desk. And we're all ready for a little ASMR video. What about you? It's classic. They're just always near, but I love that. I do. Well, the year 2025 is half over at this point, and I'm kinda in shock a little bit shook from that. Where did the time go? It slipped away from me. But I thought it would be fun to do kind of a little year recap, but just the half year, a little 6-month roundup review. And I would also work in like a monthly favorites video that people like to do, but it would be a 6-month. I'm not really I try not to be a buyer of a lot of things. I don't really get into consumer culture a lot. At least, like I said, I try not to. So I don't have like month to month enough things to make like, here were my monthly favorite purchases. So for me, it's okay to do like an annual or a biannual version of it. Really, so all that in one, and I thought it would be fun just kind of go over the year together with you. And feel free to tell me any of your favorites, highlights of the year, moments for personal growth, whatever you'd like to share. And I'll probably do another similar video at the end of the year. I know I did like a recap at the beginning of this year of last year, and I think I answered some questions, and it was kind of my intention that it's something I could visit year to year. It's kind of like me checking in halfway through. Sorry, Marzi just decided to leave. Jump off the bed. Come here, girl. Why do you always decide to do this? She always does this. She always, as soon as I start recording, she's like, and we're done being calm. Come here. Sit there. Sit with your brother. So we'll start with the recap, and I got my phone because I have a really good memory, and this cat are all over my hands. I just have a problem with like pinpointing the dates for things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I did this year, but I don't remember. Did I do that in March? Did I do that in April? You know, so I kind of like, it helps me to visually look. When did that happen? Both cats are gone now, so that's just great. Okay. So we started 2025. For me, I started with a trip very early in the year. In the first, looks like we left on like the 10th, so pretty early in the year. I took a little trip to a cabin in the woods with like 10 of my close friends, and we just kind of got away from everything. Not everyone lives near each other, so we were kind of gathering like that, and it was just a weekend of bonfires, marshmallows, tobogganing. We didn't toboggan, what's it called? Like, I don't know. It was similar. Going down ice in inner tubes. I can say that without hitting the microphone, right? It was really nice just getting away, and it was a fun start to the year. We did a murder mystery night, and we had like homemade chili and s'mores, lots of s'mores. It was a really fun way to kick off the year. And let's see, after I got back, my birthday is not long after that, in the middle of January, so I always kick off every year with a birthday. how dare. He was once again scratching my chair. He only ever does this when I'm recording. It's like some sort of naughty behavior that he pulls out when he knows he's being filmed. He's a good cat, I swear. He's not a naughty child. Okay, I had to free the cats because they were unwilling to cooperate with my plans to do ASMR. Like, they'll sit here literally all day, every day while I'm editing, playing a game, talking to people, but the second I hit record... Anyway, my birthday happens at the beginning of every year, and this year I entered the last year of my 20s. Which I'm not really that sad about, to be honest. Yes, Leia, I know. Yeah, I don't know. 30 doesn't really scare me very much because I feel I got a lot out of my 20s. I enjoyed it, and I'm ready to enter a new phase in my life. I don't really care. I don't really think, I don't think some magical thing happens where, you know, you hit 30 and all of a sudden you become older. I don't know, it's gradual, right? Like, I definitely already noticed some things about me. I'm like, oh, like, I don't heal quite as fast as I used to. You know, bruises will stay around like a little longer. You know, it's like gradual stuff. I have like a few more silver hairs in my head, and I have one. This is really weird. Is anyone else? I have one copper hair. Is that normal? That doesn't sound normal. It's like right in the middle of my head. I don't think you can see it. When I mean copper, I mean like it is like metallic reddish orange. I don't know. So, last year of my 20s, and I got a new dishwasher. That was really fun adult purchase, and I didn't even really think about how loud my last one was, except yesterday I was going through old videos and I came across one where the dishwasher happened to be running. I was filming all my pets were begging for food together, and it was very cute, but the dishwasher was running in the background and it was so noisy. And I thought, wow, really, you don't really think about how quiet a new one is until you hear the old one. And the loudness was important to me because I wanted to be able to run it any time of the day. My house isn't that big, you know. I could definitely hear it running from here. Yeah, so I wanted to be able to record while the dishwasher was running if need be, and that I can, and it's great. Then February, I don't think, not too much happened in February. It was pretty chill. A lot of pictures of my cats, you know, as always. I crocheted a bit in February and March, but this year I crocheted a lot of things to give away as gifts, so I don't really have much to show for it. One of the few things I made that I kept is this strawberry. I think I've shown you. This was just a fun. I just randomly thought I would like to make a really soft, squishy strawberry with this fun velvet yarn that I have, and I did it. And Pippin really enjoys resting on it like this, so it was all worth it. So yeah, in March I made some cute crocheted things that I gave to young family members of mine. Actually, I don't think I gave them away until April, but I made them in March. Quite a few. Okay, I made 3 of those. I like to take pictures of everything I make so that I remember that I made them for videos like this, for times like now. And then in late April, it was like World indie bookstore day or something like that, and so a lot of local bookstores were doing all sorts of cute things. So me and my book club girlfriends all went to multiple bookstores in one day and just kind of participated. We bought some books and we just celebrated our local independent bookstores, which we prefer shopping from. Books are kind of expensive everywhere, so you might as well support the local ones and the big chains. Even though we all like to go to Barnes & Noble, I like to go to Waterstones, but unless it's like a special edition that only Barnes & Noble or Waterstones are doing, I'll buy a book if I'm gonna buy a physical from an indie bookstore, you know? That was April. I'm really flying by. I clearly didn't do that much exciting stuff. I know that I did. I've been in a lot this year. I've been just doing a lot of friend hangs. I've been just kind of I'm always a homebody. I don't like going out much. I like my home. I like my pets. So that's why I don't have a lot of pictures. And when I do, they're pictures of like my cats with the stuff I crochet, more things I gave away. Yeah. And then in May, more book club stuff. It was our first anniversary of when we formed the book club. Well, our first meeting, I want to say. And I made a cake, which I think I've shown on here. It looked like that. And we just played games, we crafted, and we painted together. It was a really lovely day that definitely stands out as one of my favorite days of the year, where we just were together all day. We got dinner together and just stayed up quite late. I don't think my book club has ever gotten together and the event has ended before midnight. Like, at least one person or two people are still there come midnight, usually past 1 a.m. really. So we always go late into the evening and we painted, and I think I showed you my painting. I still haven't put it up because it doesn't have anything to hang it on. So let's see, I got a few books. I've got some pictures of them. Here's some videos I needed to have deleted. And in June, something I guess I'll talk about in my favorites. Let's see. I got some really fun press-on nails, and they're definitely one of my favorites, which I didn't bring any of them, but I really enjoy them. I think it's really fun having the press-ons. I don't have on any right now because I just took them off recently, and I thought I'd wait till I have a really good tappy video or something to put more on. But they are definitely a fave of the year, and I'd like to get more, and just I think it's more fun to me than painting my nails and taking care of them and shaping them. So that's a favorite from June. And also in June, one of my besties came and spent the week with me and another friend, kind of flip-flopping. I got a Marcy scratch, if you can see. Kind of flip-flopping between our houses, like a divorced couple sharing custody. And it was just a week full of a lot of food, a lot of TV and movies, shopping. It was a very fun, very busy week that I only just now feel fully recovered from in mid-July. It's not quite mid-July, it's still early July. It was great. It was really fun. She doesn't live in this country anymore, so it's really nice to get to see her and spend some time with her. And it was her first time back in our country in a while, because last year I went to her, and the year before that I think was the last year. So it's been like 2 years since we've all been together in this country. It was very nice. And I am still physically recovering from all the food we ate. It was a lot. So that was a really big event for June that took some preparation. And also June is like one of my our other friend's birthday, so we did a little birthday get together while she was here so that we could all celebrate together. And I know that these once again made a cake, and I don't know if you can see this guy. This is Colin. Brits obviously know who this is, but we made a Colin the Caterpillar themed cake that's not a Colin the Caterpillar cake, if you know what I mean. And that was her birthday cake, and it has like a lot of sprinkles on it. See, put a lot of sprinkles on it. Anyway, it was funfetti cake. That's her favorite kind of cake, and it was just very fun. It was very good. Colin the Caterpillar is like a Swiss roll style cake. It's like a roll. I can't think of how else to describe it if you don't know. And he's got like a face, like a chocolate face, and we had mini Collins, so we ate the mini Collins and then put the Colin candle in the funfetti cake that I made. Yeah, that was June. And more stuff that I made. July, started with a July 4th party at a friend's house. It's a friend that I don't see super often, so that was very nice, and it was a very fun event. I made little mini key lime pies, and my partner made deviled eggs. Very American 4th of July kind of things, I feel like, and they were delicious. And we did a white people taco night was the theme. So the hosts, who are white, made white people tacos, which I feel like everyone knows what that is, right? They're just like very simple seasoned ground beef and tortillas with like the assortment of cheese, tomatoes, whatever you want to put on top, shredded lettuce, and you just assemble them. And so we did that and ate our assorted sides and desserts that everyone brought. And my key lime pies were very much a hit. In fact, they were so popular that I am making them again, because my next upcoming event is tomorrow. I'm hosting a movie night with some of my girlfriends, and we're doing the Anne Hathathon, I'm calling it. First I called it an Anne Hathaway-a-thon, but I think that's a mouthful, and I think Anne Hathathon sounds better. But we're watching The Princess Diaries and Ella Enchanted, 2 films from like our childhood that were like, I don't know, they're a big part of my childhood. And only 2 of my friends had the key lime pie. Like, I'm talking like 2 different friend groups, and there's like a slight overlap. So a couple of them tried the key lime pies, but then the rest didn't. So I was like, well, I should make key lime pies for everybody. So I got all the ingredients to make them again. And some vegan ingredients, because I'm going to try to make a vegan version of them. And I tried for the first time I there's a lot of different names for them, but like a grocery delivery service. I had like a code, like it was like $20 off 80, I think. If you spent $80, you got $20 off if you ordered a grocery delivery through one of the food delivery services. I've literally never done this before. I've only ever been grocery shopping in person. But $20. So I was a little nervous because I think like a common problem with that is like they didn't have this object, and then the person picks like a crazy substitute, and you're like, that's not anywhere near what I wanted. So we were a little worried, and I was particularly worried about the vegan stuff, because I was like, if they're out of this vegan product, I can't have the regular thing, the non-vegan thing. Like, that defeats the entire point. So I was like saying in the notes, like, for substitutes, like, please just make sure it's vegan. And the vegan cream cheese that I asked for, they must have been out of, but they did get me another vegan cream cheese. The main reason we were doing this because we were feeling so lazy, and it's a $20 off coupon. But we like to grocery shop on the weekend and get a bunch of salads to eat for the week, and then we kind of meal prep salads every day, and we have salads Monday through Thursday, and then Friday we have something slightly more fun for lunch. So we ordered our salads, our lettuce and stuff through this, and we got enough bags, like 4 bags, for us to have salad for 4 days for 2 people. And when it arrived, there was one bag of salad. So we were like, hey, what happened? And the person who was like doing the order was like really apologetic. Was like, oh my god, I only saw ×1, I didn't see ×4, I'm so sorry. We were like, it's no big deal. But then we literally ended up going out that night and going to the grocery store to get more salad. So did it defeat the point? Yes. But I think we went out because we were gonna get the bite to eat, and we were like, well, we might as well. Oh, that was it. He was getting his hair cut, and I was like, there's a grocery store across the street. Oh, you're back, huh? You're back. There's a grocery store across the street, so I might as well, while you're getting your hair cut, go get more salad. So I did. It was really awkward and uncomfortable to pet you, but whatever, anything for the little girl. Oh, and one more funny story from yesterday. I had to take, sorry, someone is calling me, and I don't trust it. It's definitely a spam call, so we are gonna ignore you. Okay, that's weird. I never get calls, but when I do, it's always a spam call. They're always after my dad, too. It's really weird. Anyway, sorry. Yesterday I had to go to the vet for my puppy, my 11-year-old puppy. She's always a cute puppy to me. It was her annual checkup. She needed a couple vaccinations, stay up to date. And she's a senior dog now, so, just get her looked at. She's very healthy. You really wouldn't know how old she is because of how hyper she is. And every time I take her to the vet, they're like, always like, wait, she's almost 12? And I'm like, yep. This dog is almost 12 years old. Because she's like, and we have to be like, calm down. So she was doing that. And they're examining her. And then the vet's feeling her like tummy, and it's awkward because she just wants to lay down on her back with her little paws like this. It's so cute. And she really wanted to feel it while she was standing up, so we kind of stood her up very awkwardly as she's fighting the urge to fall down and do this again. And she's doing this for a while, and I guess I wasn't really I was just so concentrated on making sure that Leia was cooperating that I didn't really think about how long this was taking. But eventually the vet was kind of like, I'm feeling something kind of hard. And the second she said that, I don't know, my heart kind of dropped. I have a lot of medical, specifically vet-based trauma, PTSD, which a lot of you may like know or remember, because I had a cat who had severe health problems, and it was just kind of 3 years of anxiety and vet appointments, including being at the same vet. So even still going to this vet can be stressful just because of the bad memories. So she said this, and we both just kind of were like, oh god, oh my god. And she's like, I would like to get this a second opinion. I'd like to get someone, another vet, to feel this, maybe x-ray, because it's feeling weird. And we were like, okay, try not to freak out and panic. And I'm gonna make this story short because I don't want to stress anyone out listening. Basically, they came back and they were like, it's poop. And while we were sitting there waiting for them to bring her back, like, we were going through it. We were just like trying not to get upset. She's an old dog, obviously. And they came back and they were like, it's poop. What a roller coaster. So this has been my year so far. That's literally the most recent thing that happened to me yesterday. How funny. I guess I'll do some favorites now, and yeah, I'll do some favorites slash, like, is there anything else I've made? I can show you this. I'm currently making, you've been able to see the whole time, a baby blanket for a friend. This is my second baby blanket of the year, actually. Trying out a different pattern. This one uses the bobble stitch, so I'm making this, like, it's kind of nubbly looking, bubbly baby blanket for my friend, and I'm pretty sure she'll never see this. I don't even think she knows about my channel, or like knows I have one, but I don't know that she knows specifically the channel name, so I should be fine. But I have a couple more weeks to finish that up, and I really like this pattern. I think it's really fun. Kind of want like a giant version for me, but it's taking so long just to make a baby size one that I can't really imagine a human size one, especially because I like really mega blankets, and oh, the amount of yarn it would take. I bought a 2-pack of like big yarn, and I'm almost done with the second skein, and I had to get 2 more. I don't think it's gonna take me 2 more to finish this. This is the length, I think. Like, this is, yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm not really sure how big it's gonna be when I'm done. I think I'll probably just hit a point where I'm like, that's good enough. It's a baby, how much could they need? So I don't think I'll take the full 2 skeins, but I figured if whatever I have left over, I'll make baby booties, I'll make baby hat, I'll make baby mitts, whatever. I made a pair of baby booties recently for another friend, and they were very cute. I'm like, oh, I can do this now. Baby booties are easy. Can you not breathe like this close to the microphone? I was telling the story about you. Lie down. Another favorite thing that I did make is my little book club bracelets. They're very fun and tinkly. I really like them. I just dropped 1. I just dropped 2. Well, I guess I'm gonna leave them there now. Yeah, so this is very fun, and I really like wearing them. This one I made very channel colorsy, purple and blue, lilac. And then this one just has like our book club initials on it. And then I made another one that just says book club, and then I dropped it on the floor. I really like those. Another random favorite are these telephone hair ties that I got. I put my hair up a lot in like a pony or a bun, and I have very, very fine hair. Like the actual strands are super thin. I just have a lot of it, so it's like very dense, but it's super fine. And I know that a lot of other people with fine hair can kind of struggle putting it up. It slips out and it doesn't hold really well, but I saw someone recommend that these kind of hair ties work really well for fine hair, so I decided to try it out and got a little pack, and I can confirm they're really good. They don't ever give me a headache, and they don't really pull on the head a lot. I do have like a very sensitive head, always have, and so far I really like these. So these are a favorite, and if you also have fine hair like me, and maybe you suffer from like headaches, or you're just looking for something that holds back your hair snugly without needing to constantly, maybe try getting some of these. What are they? They don't really have like a name, right? Do they have a name? It's like that old telephone, corded phones from a long time ago. Like that. You can see what it is, very, very nice. I like those. Kind of in the same theme of personal beauty. I don't know. A favorite from this year is this perfume. I'm not a huge perfume person. I have like a lot of perfumes that I've gotten through like subscription boxes, so I have so many that I feel like I should never get perfume, just use up what I have. But near the end of last year, one of my friends was wearing, she smelled amazing. I was like, you smell so good, what is that? And she said, oh, it's this perfume I found online called Inish. Can't really see the name of the bottle, can barely see it in the light. INIS. The energy of the sea. She says it's a unisex perfume, and she then gifted me some for my birthday the next month. So I got a bottle, and she gave me actually this amazing like gift set. It's like the perfume and a shower gel and a body lotion all in the same smell. I love it. It's very refreshing and smells like the sea, I would say. What else would I say? I'm not good at describing scents. It smells like sea salt and linen. I don't know how to describe it other as very refreshing and light. I don't know, I'm really not good at this, but it's also a very reasonable price. I also got myself a travel bottle to stick in my purse whenever I need to, smell nice. I've been out for a while, and because it's unisex, my husband uses it too, and it smells great on him. I annoyingly think it smells better on him than it does on me, because you know how perfume mixes with your own personal scent, and some perfumes smell better or worse on you or others, and that's why it's important to kind of try things out, because the way it smells here might not be the same as it smells on your skin. And it smells so good on him, and I don't think it smells bad on me, but it's just better. So yeah, I think you can get it on like Amazon, and it's just really lovely. Inish. So my one complaint is that this lid doesn't really click on or anything, it just comes off super easily. Maybe I'm not putting it on right, but that's been a favorite and I love wearing that. I have a favorite candle of this year, and it's this candle that I got from the Yorkshire Soap Company, and this is specifically the smell Whitby Bay. I got this last year, and I got it with the intention to burn it this summer, because it's a very summery, coastal smelling candle. Oh, once again, I'm going to be describing the scent. It's going to be bad, hold on. I can't do this. Okay, so it smells like a similar ocean breeze with also like a hint of like sunscreen, coconut. I'm losing the scent. I'm losing the plot. Okay, I really can't. It does smell like summer, very much like summer. I haven't personally been to Whitby, but my partner has. He really loved the smell of it. He picked it out. And yeah, I think I got 2 candles from Yorkshire Soap Company. We love Yorkshire Soap Company. Specifically, we usually get like there's a shower gel we really like. I guess soap isn't the thing that we even like the most. So it's a soy wax candle made in Britain, 40 hours burn time. And kind of using it sparingly because we like it so much, but it's really lovely. It's a favorite. And then I was gonna talk about favorite books of the year. It hasn't been like a massive reading year for me so far. I've actually been going through a lot of reading slumps. Kind of in one right now. I've read 25 books so far this year, and I am reading 2 right now, which I don't really like reading 2 things at once, but I'm reading a book. I started a book from KU that was so... I'm already bored. It's kind of long. It's like 550 pages, and I'm kind of bored only like 200 pages in. So I'm like, that's not good. That's not good. And someone's calling me again. This is crazy. I might as well answer this one. Hello? Once again, looking for my dad, and I don't know why they call me. Surely my name is on. Okay, that's crazy. I've never had 2 spam calls while filming. I don't normally never have my phone in here just in case it buzzes really loud or something and interrupts. So that's what I get for bringing my phone in. I was getting bored, so I started reading a shorter book that's only like a 350 pages kind of book. So that when I was like getting bored, like if I finished a chapter and I needed something different, I could go read that book and then switch back and forth. So I'm about halfway through both books now. I might not be halfway through the longer one. I might be closer to 40%. But I'm definitely past halfway on the short book. Neither of them are that great. So I'm really in a slump. I need to start my next book club book soon, but I'm really nervous about that because none of my friends like the book so far. So, you're not really excited to read something that 3 of your friends are like, it's okay. It just doesn't feel really, it's not inspiring. But I have had a few books I have really enjoyed this year. Dress in the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson was very lovely. It felt very refreshing from the other things I read, even from the other Brandon Sanderson book I read, Way of Kings, because this was so different. It felt very like YA. That's just because Brandon doesn't know how to write romance. It was supposed to be like a fantasy romance kind of book, and it was a very romantic kind of book without romance, you know what I mean? It was very cute, reminded me of like Stardust or The Princess Bride. Not something I've ever read, but I really liked it. It stuck with me for a while, which is usually how I pick out a 5-star read. I have like a range of 5 stars where some are like 5 stars, altered my brain chemistry, all-time favorites, and then I have 5 stars that are like, I thought about this book for a month after, but it was decent, it was pretty good, but I thought about it for a long time after. And I'm like, if you had the power to make me keep thinking about you for so long after, you deserve 5 stars. So that was 5 stars. I also really enjoyed Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. Very different from the other stuff I read because it wasn't fantasy at all. And I really liked Water Moon by Smith Soto-Yompao. And I also really liked it. I brought this one in, The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. This is the Joy edition, which was pretty cheap. Didn't pay very much for it. I think it's like $23 for a brand new special edition. So I got it, having heard good things about it, but then I was very pleasantly surprised by how much I really enjoyed it. I started it in the afternoon, read maybe like half to 60%, woke up thinking like, oh my god, I can't wait to go read this book, and then sat down and finished it. So like it was a less than 24-hour read for me. Not crazy long. — 380 pages, not super long. What was I hitting you? Sorry. 380 pages, not super long. Really beautiful artwork in the end papers. Ribbon bookmark. You can see. Beautiful gold foiling. I really love it. I would really like to do a video that I think I'm gonna do within the month, maybe max a month, and I want to do a like show and tell, tapping, whispering video of all of my most beautiful books, because I have some beautiful books that I would love to show off. Let them shine. Let them have their day in the sun. Let them have a moment. So I'd really like to do that, and I'll put on my nice nails for that. So The Rose Bargain really surprised me, and probably is my favorite read of the year so far. Definitely of the first half of the year. And then when I was thinking about my favorites, I was thinking like food and drink, and I don't really have a favorite, like a food or a meal. There's a shrimp tempura udon that I've had a few times this year from a local restaurant that I really enjoy. I don't know if it's like a favorite, and then I don't really think I have any recipes from this year that I don't think I've tried too many new recipes. Like even my little mini key lime pie recipe, I made that a year or 2 ago. There's like a mushroom sauce that I make quite a lot. That's really good. So if I'm ever like, I have something, a meat or a pasta or even rice, and I'm like, what do I put with it? I make the mushroom sauce. Mushroom sauce, mushroom sauce, mushroom sauce. Everyone gets mushroom sauce. That's a favorite. But I really do have a few drinks I've really been enjoying this year, and I think this is a this year thing. I've talked on the channel before a lot about how I stopped drinking coffee and caffeine for the most part, not like 100%. Like, I do have a coffee from time to time, like on the weekends I'll get a coffee, but it's not, I used to do like 2 cups a day. We're not doing that anymore because I started getting really sensitive to like acidity and getting like acid reflux really easily, and it was affecting my voice even, because you get like a lot of, like, it comes up, and it was like straining my voice, making it hard to do my job. So I feel like you can even hear it in some videos. So it was affecting me like that. But when I cut out coffee and caffeine, it fixed the problem. So I have to stick with that. So I try to even have like decaf tea to avoid too much caffeine, and I tried a few decaf teas. I wasn't like loving them. I was doing the Harney and Sons brand, which are alright, but we really love Yorkshire tea. It's very, a lot of my show and tell is very Yorkshire based. Yeah, so I've been drinking Yorkshire tea for like 10 years. I don't know, probably about that long. And I just suddenly thought, wait, do they make a decaf tea? And sure enough, they do. So this has become an absolute favorite this year. It's the bedtime brew with vanilla and nutmeg. It's very close to like Yorkshire Gold, which I also have a lot of. And I will drink a Yorkshire Gold cup from time to time in the morning. I had one this morning. But this is usually what I drink now, and I love it. I get it in bulk, like 4 boxes, and of the year, I'm on like my 6th box, I think, and there's 40 tea bags. I do share it, to be fair. My husband has some, like in the evenings we'll do an afternoon, late evening cuppa, usually about like 7 p.m. do a decaf cup together. So it's not like I've had every single one of these tea bags. I do drink a lot of tea, but not that much, because I do like 2 a day. Yeah. So I really enjoy this. Yeah, not much else to say. It's really good. And then another drink that I'm really enjoying that I got at Costco. I got this like big pack of this drink that I thought, oh, that sounds good, and I ended up loving it. I brought my empty bottle rather than the one that's still in the fridge, because I didn't know how long I'd be here filming. But it's this Califia Farms strawberry cream, and it's coconut milk and strawberries. It says it's made from a blend of real strawberry juice and coconut cream for a perfectly sweet, lower sugar treat. Shake it up, pour over ice, and brighten your day. It's vegan, it's carrageenan free, it's gluten free, it's soy free, it's kosher, and BPA free packaging. It's plant based. It says 45% less sugar than leading flavored coconut milk beverages. I still think it's pretty sweet. It's definitely lighter sweetness than, a lot of juice-based drinks. So I like that. I like that it's a little lighter, but it's definitely sweet. But the flavor of the strawberry, with it being not as sugary sweet, it does remind me of a lot of like Asian strawberry flavors, which is my favorite. I love an Asian strawberry flavor thing. I don't know, it's just like always been a favorite of mine. I enjoy Asian desserts for the strong fruit flavors and the lightly sweet aspect, even though I'm a big, like, I do really like sugar, so like, I'll eat sugary things too. But this is just so fresh, fruity, refreshing. And I like to have a glass after lunch or whatever, before my afternoon tea and after my morning tea. Yeah. And I'm sad I only have like this much left in the other bottle, so I need to go back to Costco and get more because I don't know where else to get this. When I was at the grocery store after my failed grocery delivery thing, I looked for it and they didn't have this. They have this brand, but it was like cold brew and stuff, which is normally what I see them doing. So I might have to hit up a few grocery stores to see where I can find it. Yeah. Empty bottle. So that's, I think, the only other favorites is, like I said, my press-on nails, which I didn't bring, and I'm not wearing any right now, but I really fell in love with those. Particularly, my favorite has been the shorter pack that I have. I'm wearing them in my Lego video, you can see, and they're just a little shorter than the other ones that I'm wearing in like my Steam Deck video, and they feel super natural, like there's nothing on, and they shine and change color in the light. I love it. They are so cool. I kind of want to live with them on always, but if I feel like I have like to bake or something, then I feel like I shouldn't wear them, and I am going to be doing some baking tomorrow, so maybe I'll put them on like after that. But they also stayed on for like 2 weeks and maybe 1 or 2 days, and that's when some, but not all, started to come off, and about half of them were off, so I then ripped off the rest. Well, ripped off, very gently took them off, but some of them were just staying on there. They didn't want to budge, which I was very impressed with. So that's pretty much been my year. Have I stuck to any of my resolutions? I don't even remember. I don't really make resolutions. I know that kind of an ongoing thing is for me to get regular exercise, and I've definitely been slacking in that lately. I do feel like I've gotten quite lazy, and I put on a little bit of weight, so like I've been like trying to get back into my regular exercise. It just gets really hard when it gets hot. Because like if the weather's cool outside, I'll make myself go for a run or bike ride for hours. It's just so much easier to go outside. But now it's July, it's hot, I don't want to go outside ever, and it makes me just feel like really lazy inside. I was dancing some yesterday, and that was fun, and I think I'm gonna have to stick to stuff like dance that I enjoy, because I just don't want to do like a Pilates workout or like a HIIT workout, and I don't want to go drive somewhere and take a class, because like I don't want to leave and go outside, even if it's just for a bit. So I do think the summer is making me lazy. And yeah, then you eat a lot of food around the 4th of July, at least in America, obviously. So it's not been great for my health plan. On the other end of like my year, I feel like I've emphasized like friendships very much this year. I've spent like a lot of time with my friends, and I've really been enjoying that. I just realized that one of my favorite things I didn't say was my favorite video games, and I have been enjoying video games a lot this year. I think an obvious favorite has been Baldur's Gate 3, which was also a favorite last year, but then I kind of took a break at the end of summer. I think I like went off on my trip and then I didn't play when I came back, but I am very much enjoying it again, and I'm also playing with my friends, which is what made me think of it. So I love having a game just with two of my girlfriends, and that's just been so nice. I also really have enjoyed Oblivion this year, Oblivion Remastered. Spent a lot of hours with that, also having a lot of fun, but I really put that on the back burner to play Baldur's Gate. I was playing Baldur's Gate first, so it only feels fair that I finish Baldur's Gate before I get back into Oblivion. I also really enjoy a game I featured recently called Teddy's Haven. I've been playing that a lot lately. I always enjoy Against the Storm, that's a favorite of mine, and I loved the demo that I played recently, Town to City, and it says it's coming out this summer, and I can't wait. That's like definitely, I guess, gonna be a second half of the year game. I really can't wait to play more of that. It's also a city town builder, very cute, voxel based. You can go watch my video playing that if you want. I think the demo's probably still up. So yeah, I've really been loving a lot of video games. Very video game heavy year, which is probably why I haven't read as much. It's always tough. It's really hard to balance video games and books, I find. I didn't really do movies and TV favorites because I didn't watch that much movies or TV. I think I've only seen 2 movies in the cinema so far this year. I saw Mickey 17 and Sinners, and I liked Sinners more than Mickey 17, but neither were like favorites, like all-time favorites. And for TV shows, I really liked Hacks, probably a favorite from this year, but they're kind of like TV movies weren't really super important, so I don't think there's anything I'm really like looking forward to in the second half of the year in terms of TV and movies. But video games, I'm really looking forward to Town to City. I'm also really anxiously awaiting the multiplayer update for Coral Island. I'd really like to play that with some of my friends. Finishing Baldur's Gate 3. This is like a life goal. This is like, it's like an actual life goal for me for the second half of the year. Finish Baldur's Gate 3. Finish Act 3. I can do it. I can definitely do it. Just gotta stop procrastinating, because I like, now someone's texting me. What's happening? I started a Dark Urge run before I finished my regular non-bad playthrough. But I played a bit of it, but I'm like gonna dedicate myself to finishing Act 3 before I continue with that. And then in terms of books, I'm really looking forward to a book that just came out, which I haven't read yet, but I have a copy coming, called The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. I really like her fanfic to Matmobile, and I'm very nervous about the book because I'm hearing a lot of people say, oh, the Matmobile was so much better than this wasn't that good. But it's our book club pick for August. I hope it's good. Okay, that's pretty much looking forward to next year kind of stuff. I maybe would like to do a little bit of traveling in the second half of the year. I would like to some more time with family and friends. I'd like to keep working on exercising regularly and not being a lazy girl. And as always, reading good books, playing good video games, crafting fun stuff. I have had like a small personal growth moment. Like, there's been a struggle behind the scenes that I haven't talked about with anyone, with you guys, and it's been challenging, but it has definitely forced me to learn a lot of patience and like grace, and it's been tough for me this first half of the year, and I'm hoping things will get easier in the rest of the year. I will talk about this probably at some point, but I'm not ready yet. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. It's not super troubling. It's just, like I said, it's been like a growing moment for me. Sorry, I'm not trying to be like super vague, but I know I am. Yeah, 2025's been well, I feel like I can't even say it's been good. I feel like for me it's been okay in general. But I'm trying to stay positive. I hope you're trying to stay positive too. There's always good things to look forward to. There's always good people in the world to look up to. Don't lose hope, my friends, okay? Don't ever let anyone dim your beautiful light. I know it sounds so cheesy, but like, for real, we'll make it. We'll all be okay in the end. And I hope you have a good rest of 2025. It'll probably pass by just as quickly as this first half did, and then I'll be recapping the whole year and being like, where did that time go? I made 3 more baby blankets for people. Who knows? Alright, I hope you had fun. I had a good time on my little favorites, and like I said, if you want to tell me a favorite or a good story or story of a challenger this year, you can feel free to share it in the comments with everyone. I have such a lovely community of sweet and wonderful people who I feel like really listen and care about each other, and I'm so lucky, and we're all so lucky to be part of that. So thank you to you for making that happen. Leave a like and comments, help the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Leia and Marcy and Pippin and I will see you all. We'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your week. Make it a cozy one. Sleep tight tonight, everybody.